All right. Now the big deal, the main event of this episode. Big O debuts. You talk about having muscle. You need muscle. I remember seeing this. This whole skit, and then also you planted this vision in the fans' minds that he's your muscle, and he just stays like that the whole time. And it is such a friggin' huge rub for Big effing O at this time.
God. Yes.
For you to say he is my Diesel.
Right, and I learned how to put the pictures in. It's like Shawn Michaels and Diesel. Right. Somebody else I used too. I forget who.
I forget. But anyway, so Big O.
It was CM Punk and Luke Gallows.
Oh, yes. I thought that was funny. Hell of a promo here. Let's back up. Who the heck is Adam? Why are you giving him this huge rub here? What's the whole thought process?
Okay, so Big O, what you saw on screen, what you see on the screen, the next, 95 episodes, that's him, right? He's somebody who went to my gym, Gold's Gym, Belmore. He was that loud, annoying, obnoxious guy throwing around the weights, talking so loud, slamming the weights, so effing annoying, right?
Yeah.
And I will never forget the day I was doing standing calf raises. And I don't know if I had headphones in or what, but he put his headphones in my ear. Okay, so I don't know if he took mine out and put his in or what, but it was New Kids on the Block, I think summertime. And I knew right away, like, oh, this guy's great. Like, as obnoxious as he is, like, I loved it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And then we started hanging out for real.
Like you would go to the bars.
Glow, all the clubs, yeah, for sure.
How do you start a relationship with a guy at the gym? You just go, hey, bro, going to the bar tonight? You want to come?
Well, it's the
gradual.
Well, I think once the headphones went in the ear, like that was the icebreaker. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we were friends. So this is 2010. So the headphones in the ears got to be like 2008.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then you become pretty good friends by 2011.
Yes.
So now you want to put him in the show. He's okay.
Yes.
By the way, everyone knows, a lot of people know Big O as a wrestler right now.
He was not a wrestler then.
Not at all. Yeah.
No. So, like I said, like I knew I needed other characters, and I knew this guy's perfect. I just knew he's perfect. He's perfect. Now, did I think he was going to be my bodyguard in WWE? Like, I would have loved for that eventually, but that wasn't like, listen, I didn't have this master plan that he was going to get signed or anything like that, right? I just knew he would be a great addition to the show and a great, element, great character, and he was.
Yep.
And I remember I gave him the gist of what I want. Like the Big O thing was him, right? So I just needed to take what he already was doing, like, why was he doing this? You know what I'm saying? And apply it to wrestling. So I gave him a little gist, like, hey, like, you're going to be my bodyguard, my muscle. Like, here you go, you know? So, and he always was like, besides being late all the time, he was always like prepared for it and always knocked it out of the park. So we went to I think it was like an elementary school or something. And like, we're in like or maybe it was a high school, whatever, the yard.
Yep.
And he cuts his promo. He probably did a couple takes, but it was great. And it was exactly what I wanted because I knew this guy is fucking nuts.
Right.
You know, he's entertaining. And like, in a way, he was the kind of people that the whole woo-woo gimmick was based on.
Right.
These loud, obnoxious, sunglasses inside,
yep,
Long Island douchebags.
Right.
So to bring one in with me as a heater, as muscle,
right,
it just kind of all made sense. And then like the fans, he's still huge to this day.
Right.
I haven't talked to him in a while. We tried getting him on for this episode, and he ignored my messages.
Right.
The last time I saw Big O, if anyone knows where the Nautical Mile is in Freeport, New York, I was crossing the street. This is like, it's out of a movie, right? He was driving by in a convertible, honked the horn, and just gave me the finger. And I haven't seen him since. It was like 5 years ago.
Well, I have a really insane Big O story that includes footage that I am not going to tell until we have him on the show. So I want to.
Well, hopefully we'll get him on eventually because there's so many stories. Like, we're gonna have to get him on somehow. So
I crossed paths with him a bunch in wrestling when I came in, and so I am going to try to reach out to him if he is.
And he becomes a legit wrestler.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Legitimately.
Towards the end, he starts training at NYWC with Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order. Dan Barry mentioned earlier in the show.
Yeah. There's a picture for the tough enough that he tried out for. There's a picture of all the people who were at the tryout, and like Chelsea Green is there.
Oh yeah, and
so Big O met Chelsea before I did.
Right, he was almost in the season with Chelsea. Right.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the Big O a bunch of times, but I mean, there's just some people have like that charisma, that natural charisma, and like, you know, he loves the attention, and I don't mean that in a bad way necessarily.
Oh yeah.
So when you're telling someone like, "Hey, be entertaining, be you," he can nail it, and the proof is in the pudding, right?